Anything past 3 days in Vegas is a lot. And I had 4 shows this week on the Strip, so I was there for 8 days. Yeah. We expired at the 3-day mark. It's a long fucking trip. It's really long. It could be, I probably did this to myself. I tried mushrooms for the first time. When in Rome, right? When in Rome. It's a vegetable. It's organic. Good for you. Oh, it went really well. I didn't think that they were working, so I added an edible to the mix. Yeah. It's Vegas, right? Yeah, it was awesome. And then I realized I was on the roof of the Stratosphere, and I joined a Japanese tour group. And it was amazing, you guys. These mushrooms are pretty special. I understood everything they were saying. I was conversing with them in Japanese. Oh, sweet. I'm like, yeah. I found out afterward they had no idea what I was saying, but I was just kind of tagging along for all the photos. I did the little what an asshole, right? Oh my God. Yeah, don't buy drugs from another comic. That is not one of the things on your criteria list of your dealer. Like sense of humor. You don't want a drug dealer with a sense of humor. So, that was a mistake. Yeah, I think we were having too good of a time in Vegas because we had a welfare check sent to our room. And I don't need the financial kind. I would have gladly accepted that. I'm like, how did you know? How did you know? It's been a rough year. No, we had the kind where they're like, we're just making sure everything's okay in here. All right. It was a little interesting. It's like, I am wearing a towel. Relax. Yeah, I think we were just a little too rowdy, which was just me and my husband, and it wasn't anything super exciting, but we like to break dance and just do weird shit, but that's what happens when you're on mushrooms, apparently. Yeah. So normally I have this little trick that I do when I get to any hotel where I prepay the housekeeper, and I give them $50, and I say, I'm paying you this now to forget this room. I thought that was normal. People don't do that. I'm Italian, so I was just embracing my ancestry with that. I forgot to do that on this trip, so that's why we have the welfare check. I asked another comic, I said, oh, did you remember to pay the housekeeper, not to stop by? And he looked at me, he's like, no. I'm like, well, why not? I said, it totally works. He goes, I'm not Led Zeppelin. Well, I think you need to party more because it's fucking awesome. Yeah. Gambling went as well as you can expect in Vegas. So we lost our ass immediately. I lost thrice. I'm bringing thrice back. Yeah, maybe have a threesome later. Yeah, I'm bringing it back. Yeah, lost our asses really fast. But they're really cool with these games. They make it seem like you're up. Like we're dancing around and we're $13 up. My husband didn't know we were already $70 down. He showed up at the right time. I was like, we're up. Not fucking up. Not up. Way down. Yeah. Things got a little tight financially after the roulette day. So I did work a certain angle there. I call them Karen comps. So let me tell you, it'll help you out. What Karen comps are, what you do is you just bitch about stuff in the hotel, and then they'll feed you. So we figured that out because day 3 we're like, well, we have $40 between the two of us, and we're going to be here another 4 days, so we're going to figure some shit out. And I was getting creative. I was like, excuse me, is this the front desk? The water temperature was a bit tepid. Wasn't quite hot, wasn't quite cold. I'm just not really comfortable. Is there anything you can do for me? Anything you can do for me? Yeah, and also your restaurant keeps closing early. Is there anything you can do for that? Yeah, so we got a few restaurant comps with that. I don't know how I worked this angle, but try it if you need to. I said, I noticed the deposit is still being held on my card there. I know that's kind of a thing you do, but it's just kind of making me feel uncomfortable. Say uncomfortable. Oh, you get shit if you say uncomfortable. Say you're uncomfortable. And I got a lobster buffet with that. Awesome. Say you're uncomfortable. It works every time. So good. Yeah, so good. And then the next, when they're about to charge you to check out late, with that late checkout, and they say, oh, there's like a $40 charge per hour for that. I say, you know what? I'm not feeling so good. After the lobster buffet, I might need more time in the room. Maybe ask the manager, because that's the ultimate Karen word, manager. Oh man, I'm just saying, they owe us, dude. They have our money. It's in the casino. It's circulating around Nevada now. I don't feel bad. I was smart though. I planned ahead and I packed a top hat. It's also a great way to make some money. My husband didn't know it at the time, but I made him go with me to Fremont Street. Anytime I saw a bit of a crowd, I would just throw the hat down. I'm like, dance! It was a one-man flash mob. What a great way to make some tips. It was awesome. I said, honey, either that or we just got married all over again. You're dancing. Again, probably why we had the welfare check to the room. People were dancing in there, and he's playing some weird shit, putting on the Ritz. They probably thought we were making a snuff tape in there. Fucking creepy-ass music. So creepy. Yeah. I figured he owes me a little bit too, because I paid for our last little trip to the Venetian, and we did that $40 gondola ride where someone's singing to you. He fucking fell asleep. That was an investment. He ruined the photo. He was snoring. I mean, Ave Maria is very soothing when you're going through a tunnel, but it was very expensive. Yeah, this is not the worst trip I've had to Vegas, believe it or not. You know that rule where you're not supposed to get a tattoo if you've been drinking? Yeah, that rule doesn't apply in Vegas. It does not. And I learned that at the Mandalay Bay, where while I was in a full blackout, they let me tattoo my head. That was awesome. Yeah! Hell yeah! For my first tattoo ever, I Mike Tyson'd myself. It's pretty sweet, you guys. It actually looks like it's about to bite my ear, so it's like a headshot. So good. And then to make it extra funny, I had them write "We're the Champions" underneath. So hot. Who needs a job, right? I'm like, oh. I can just do my Karen comms. I never have to work again. This is great. Tattoo my fucking head. It's awesome. So if I were smart, what I would have done, I would have gotten a Mike Tyson tramp stamp, right? Or maybe one ass cheek could have been a boxing glove, and the other side could have been Holyfield, right? And then when I make it clap, it would look like they're getting ready to rumble, man. That's what I should have done. Man, this shit, I can't do much with that, but besides keep my hair down. Not a good look. You gotta be careful who you travel with. I don't know if you've been watching the news lately, but some of these flights have been going fucking crazy. Some of these flights, people are losing their mind. Don't do mushrooms before a flight. See, we drove. We were good. We were good. Don't do that before a flight. Because then you got people standing up in the aisle going, that motherfucker is not real. That is not the way to do mushrooms. And the other thing, someone recently took a flight and they had to turn around after 2 hours on the way to Europe because they somehow managed to shit all over the plane. Don't ever be that person. Listen, there are warnings. There's that first little rumble. Someone had to ignore that. They wore their Jinko jeans, obviously, because they're pouring out their pant leg in the aisle. You got that rumble, there's full briefs, skinny jeans kind of day. You're not going to get with the thong and the Jinkos. You got to plan around that shit. If you know you have extra ice in your margarita at TJ, don't fly. You know how it's going to go. It never ends differently. It's always bad. Wakes you up in the middle of the night, never good. Don't do it on a plane. I do feel bad for everyone on that flight, though, because you know they weren't able to get a cocktail because they weren't pushing that through the shit in the aisle. So they had to deal with it sober. And they also did not drop the oxygen masks. That is what the fuck they are for. All right, good to see you guys.
final comedian of the night.